There was once an art student who was known through the land. She practiced every night and day, drawing scenes so very grand. One day the fine and single prince was dazzled by her art. He bid her make a picture, fresh and dawning from the heart. With new paper, paint, and brushes, and in the afterglow of hope, retired in her studio with the dream they would soon elope. With no ideas in her head, the blank white page was such a lark. Think and think, no matter how hard, she still could not begin to start. Fair enough. At this point, she felt like the white page was straight up mocking her. True, she could have spent a little bit more time learning how to be creative instead of obsessing over all those unimaginative still lifes. In the end, her fears and hopes in equal measure paralyzed her and made her unable to make a single mark on that blank white page. She ended up having to give the hot prince's cash back. He married an opera singer and they had identical twin girls within the year. Turns out, princes of worth value girls who can think for themselves. Go figure. Do you ever wonder how to go about creating a piece of art that's totally your own? Do you ever sit down to a blank white piece of paper to find that you're too afraid to make the very first mark? Today I want to share how to use a creative process to organize your imagination and your ideas in order to make and finish your own creative work. A creative process is the system a creator uses to come up with new ideas and the steps that they take to complete their work. While every artist likes to work in a different way, neuroscience has shown us that there are 4 major steps that take a mind from inspiration all the way to finished product. The first is preparation. In the preparation stage, you'll be absorbing the world around you to find inspiration. The second stage is incubation, where you'll let your mind wander, let your ideas drift, and let your subconscious do all the work. The third stage is illumination. This is where you will connect your ideas, making insights, and evaluate the merit of those ideas. And the final stage is verification. This is where you'll do the hard work crafting and building your idea. In this video, I will be sharing my creative process and the specifics of the 8 stages that I use to execute creative work. I use these 8 stages when painting, sculpting, making a video, or decorating a piece of pottery. Some things vary depending on the medium, but these 8 stages are tried and true and will surely help you. But first, let me give you a disclaimer. This video will describe the 8 stages of the creative process in a clear and specific way. But the creative process in reality is more often messy, filled with doubt and redos and hunting down elusive ideas. Don't be discouraged if your path looks more like this than this. The first stage of the creative process is to emotionally prepare yourself. That's right, before you can even begin, you need to prepare yourself for the long, exciting, and challenging road ahead. The key to mentally preparing yourself for the creative process is to love your art more than you fear failing. Stage 2, the absorption stage. This stage is all about absorbing the world around you. Observing and absorbing the art, people, truths, and challenges around you will trigger ideas for your own art making. But in order for you to even take notice, you'll need to open your mind. So as you travel through your life, be prepared to be inspired. Stage 3, the percolation stage. It's now time to let your stolen ideas and observations from the world around you percolate. Let them take form in your mind. Sleep on it. Give it time to grow, warp, and change. Stage 4, the brainstorm stage. This is my brainstorming worksheet, and it's going to be available for you to download in the description below. This worksheet is where you'll remake your collected or stolen ideas by mixing them up with your imagination, your creativity, and your feelings. You'll remix them to the point that those borrowed ideas are now unrecognizable and truly become your own. But you can also just use white paper and figure this out for yourself. Stage 5, the composition stage. When composing, you will draw small, rough sketches, simplifying everything in the scene into basic shapes or stickmen. These small, fast drawings are called thumbnails. Thumbnails allow you to problem solve your arrangement without wasting valuable time worrying about the accuracy of your drawing. Stage 6, the research stage. Alright, now we're on to the research stage. In this stage, you'll hit the internet looking for photographs, imagery, illustrations, and paintings to study. In the research stage, photographs will help you draw more proportionately and accurately, and other people's artwork and illustrations are very useful to study before you begin your final artwork. Studying colors, painting, and drawing techniques and styles will help you game plan your own approach. Having a solid idea before entering Pinterest will help you stay focused and will keep you from being overly influenced while you're inside. It's like going into the Matrix. Have an exit strategy, get in, get what you need, and then get right out. Stage 7, the final proof stage. A proof is a cleaned up final composition. This stage is where you're going to invest your time drawing to the best of your ability. Proofs are generally line only. No colors or shading here. This will allow you to hone your energy in on the quality and accuracy of your line work and make it easier for you to trace or transfer your final image onto your final paper or canvas. Stage 8, the execution stage. In this final stage, you'll execute the art you've planned and designed. This is often the most time-consuming part of the process, and depending on the medium you're using, this stage might have a specific process and steps of its own. I hope you've enjoyed this video on my artistic process. The following videos in this series will go further into the nitty-gritty details on how to pull all this off. If you've ever wondered how to get inspired, how to be more creative, or how to work through an artist block, this series is for you. I'll work through each step and you'll see the ins and outs of how I create while I design and paint an artwork inspired by my emo teenage students. I'll go into greater detail explaining my thought process and the specific goals I have for each stage. If you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Happy day!